I read my favorite book of the year in November, so let's see what I got up to. So I read 4 books in November, one of which was a piece of fiction, and that book was called Once There Were Wolves by Charlotte McConaghy. And I really enjoyed this book. I actually picked it up when I went to British Columbia, and funny enough, when I was looking at the first page, it talked about being in British Columbia, and I just thought all the vibes were there. I really loved the fact that this played with the relationship between humans and animals. It was very vibey, dark, brooding, and I really liked this undertone that the book kind of gave off, that everybody has a little bit of evil in them. So I went out and bought Wild Dark Shore after I read this book, which means I really enjoyed it. Next, I read a book called Motherland by Julia Yaffe, and this is my favorite book that I've read all year. Fiction, history, nonfiction, I don't care. It was just so wonderful. No book has ever looked at Russian history the way that this book has. It is so unique and it's so readable. It's personal, but it's broad. It is a wonderful, wonderful book, and there's a review to follow from me. I'm at the same time so happy I read this one, but also so sad that it's over because it was so good. Next, I read 107 Days by former Vice President Kamala Harris, and this is her memoir of the 2024 election campaign. And this surprised me more than I thought it was going to. I thought it was really well written. It gave me some interesting insights, and I love seeing how the sausage is made when it comes to things like this. I really enjoyed it. It gave me insights into the campaign I don't think any journalist would have been able to get unless they got it straight from the lips of the vice president. So if that's something that you're interested in, certainly pick this one up. Finally, I closed out November with a true crime book, and that book was called The Menendez Murders by Robert Rand. I actually found this on Amazon for $7, and once I got it, I ripped through it right away. It was highly readable, really entertaining, and it's a great companion to the show if you want to read the book and watch the show. I completely understand that there's criticisms and a slant when it comes to the show, but reading the book was also really interesting in comparison to that, because this particular journalist spent the most amount of time out of anybody in the press covering this particular case, and he has some pretty interesting insights, and the way that it was written, it was very entertaining to read. So if you like true crime books and you're wanting to dig into this particular case, this is a book that you should definitely check out. That was my November. It's got a lot of variety. I got a fiction book in, a piece of history, a memoir, and a piece of true crime, which is one of my best in terms of variety months. Let me know how your November went, what your favorite read from November was, and I'll see you guys in the comments.